Hello and welcome to English with Mrs. Smith, the channel designed to help you achieve your true potential in English by providing the tools, the tips, the techniques that enable successful students to gain the highest marks. We each have our own learning style, so English with Mrs. Smith is designed to suit your unique needs. Choose the time, morning, afternoon, or evening. When do you prefer to study? Pick the place, your room, the school library, or when you're riding home on the train, simply tune in to a tutorial. Set the mood. You prefer some background music while you study or complete silence? Now you can decide. Pick the pace. Skim through a video 2 or 3 times quickly, or pause it frequently to take notes. It's up to you. If this sounds good to you so far, please go ahead and subscribe and be sure to ring the bell to stay up to date with all future videos. So, what's coming up soon? We all feel that we have an exciting story to tell, but with the time restraints of the exam or the designated word count for coursework, how often can we produce our very best? The top 10 tips to write great narrative provides a series of short videos to highlight key elements of truly effective narrative, tried and tested techniques. Whether you select a few or apply them all, you'll see the quality of your narrative improve, and that means more marks. 7 strategies for sensational description spotlights those features frequently combined in successful descriptive writing. We'll explore the impact of each with examples and demonstrations to equip you with the necessary know-how. Directed writing requires you to respond using the structure, the tone, the format of a particular text type. Together, we'll identify distinct characteristics of each option to create a valuable template so you can compose a letter, a journal, an interview, a speech, a newspaper report, or a magazine article with complete confidence. Transactional or directed writing generally has a specific purpose. Expected to write a letter to argue, called to compose a speech to persuade, we'll create a checklist of key criteria guaranteed to add weight to your arguments and attract more marks. Asked to create an article to advise, need to produce a journal to explain or discuss. Once again, we have a template of tactics for you to apply to demonstrate a solid sense of appropriate techniques for each purpose. Now, a fundamental part of almost every assessment, spelling, punctuation and grammar, is overlooked or even feared by many. But I'm going to share some inside tips on ways to gain valuable marks with a little simple attention to what we call SPAG. You see, the marking criteria insist that marks must be awarded for specific components. We'll look together at easy ways you can vary sentence types and sentence structure simply by using variety in your punctuation. We'll move from the familiar to the less familiar with a tutorial on using the colon and semicolon, incredibly useful tools in any writing task. The apostrophe may sometimes seem slippery, but let's keep it simple and straightforward with just 3 golden rules in 3 video tutorials. One way to liven up any narrative and simultaneously use a range of punctuation devices is to insert a little lively dialogue. When should you use it and how? That's the focus of our video on direct speech and dialogue. Now, so far we've focused exclusively on language skills, but we can look forward to a whole series on literature, whether you're preparing Of Mice and Men, Animal Farm and Inspector Calls, or working through Shakespeare's Merchant of Venice, A Midsummer Night's Dream, or The Tempest. The literature series will demystify meaning, talk about themes, characters, and setting. You have any requests? Simply use the comments section to let me know what you'd like to see, and I'll do my best to plug that gap. If this all sounds good to you, please give me the thumbs up and remember to subscribe. If you ring the bell below, you'll never miss a video. Welcome to our classroom. Welcome to English with Mrs. Smith.